Okay guys, I'm doing a video just to show what I've been doing with the Fire TV stick, and it's going to be something that I possibly start offering as like a little package deal for the holidays. Alright, now I have an Amazon Fire TV stick, the little dongle that plugs into the HDMI port in the back of your TV. This is a very capable device for its size, and I know that there's the trend of the NES minis where you buy this NES console, and it comes with a controller and it's preloaded with 60 games, and I think it's just like a waste of money in my honest opinion. So I know that the Fire TV stick is an Android device, and if you know the inner workings, you can side load application and also dump a lot of ROM or game files to it. So I'm going to go ahead and start up my Fire TV stick and show you what I've done with mine. So here's my Fire TV stick. It's just like any other one. There's no special bootloader or anything on it. And so I'm going to just go to home, and all the recent applications that I have for playing the games are in my recent thing, so it's not like you have to really hunt for it. It comes up to a menu like this. A lot of the stuff you really wouldn't play around with. We're just going to go up here to load game, and it has a huge list of games here, and I'm just gonna scroll through everything just so you can see how many games are actually on here. It's just an insane amount. There's about 750 NES games, so right out the gate it's already a better value because you have all the games. They chose the 60 most popular games, but then again, there might be some stuff in there that you don't play, or probably half the shit that you won't play. And the same thing with this. You have 750 games on a lot of them you haven't seen or played or whatever, but there's still the fact that you have 750 games at your disposal. And like I said, I'm still scrolling, and we're about to hit the Z's in a second. But it's like I said, a ton of games, and it just repeats itself. So I'm gonna load some recent games. Super Mario Brothers, everybody knows that one. So I'll go ahead and load that up. The good thing about this is, like, you remember the old NES consoles where you had to basically leave the console on if you wanted to save or pick back up where you left off. Or this one, every time you leave the program, it automatically creates a save state, so you can come back, and once you select that game again, it'll ask you, do you want to continue where you left off or restart the game. I'm gonna just restart the game. And we don't have a light gun. There's some limitations. You're not going to have a light gun for this, but let's go ahead and select regular Mario Brothers. You know, you can select 1 player, 2 player, and if you have multiple controllers, of course you can have more people play this. So go ahead and start this up, and it plays pretty well. The only thing that I don't like is the Bluetooth controller has a slight lag, but once you start playing, you'll be able to get around that. You'll just kind of basically adjust your timing a little bit. But this is just one of the games that it plays. You can easily get out of it, switch to another game. And again, this is one that I played before, but I'm gonna just go ahead and restart it. Mike Tyson Punch Out. Everybody should have played this game. Alright, you remember the pass keys, and then, you know, you just select a new game. And again, I haven't played this in a while, so I forgot some of the techniques, but it plays fine. Alright, so, you know, that shows that. Let's see, go to restart this one. Everybody remember this one? Not really playing it to win, but just to show you that everything works fine. Alright, so that plays well. Continue. Yeah, this shows where I picked back up where I left off. So I used to be really good at this game, but you know, but like I said, there's a whole list of other games. I mean, it's just, I can't show all of it, but we're gonna move on to the next system. Alright, so that was NES. We're gonna go to Super Nintendo now. And so this was already running. So, but this is Super Nintendo playing Killer Instinct here. So that pretty much shows Killer Instinct. But let's go back in. Let's go back in there and select another game. Alright, recent games. Let's play Donkey Kong Country. This is picking back up where I left off. So, you know, you can pause and do all of that other stuff like normal games. You want to relax? Yes. And I'm still working out some tweaks, especially when it comes to getting in and out of games, but it's all boils down to setting the controller up right to where you can exit, get back to the game menu, load another game up, and all of that. But here's all the stuff for Super Nintendo. And it's just like Nintendo, you just have a whole list of games that come pre-installed whenever you get your stick. I mean, games like Star Fox and all of that's on here. Like I said, I remember Kirby's Dream Land was one that I used to play a lot on Super Nintendo. Just going through some other stuff. Everybody, all the guys remember the Madden. Alright, so that's Super Nintendo. Let's go over to Mega Drive or Sega Genesis or however you want to call it. Same thing, you have a ton of games here. Honestly, I'm pretty sure everything that you ever played and then some is in this list. Alright, so it just started over. I'm going to just go load a recent game that I played. Mortal Kombat 3. Remember, all of this is playing on the Fire TV stick, other than having a controller. That's it. I suck at this, so don't expect me to win. Right out the gate. So that's Mortal Kombat. Go to another well-known game. And in most of these emulators, you can pick back up where you left off. So you close out the emulator, you can pick back up where you left off. So I'm gonna continue. So this site has a built-in save. So that's Sonic. Go to another game, Streets of Rage. I'm gonna restart this one from the beginning. So that's Streets of Rage. You know, of course there's more things that you can play, but constraint for time, gonna go back to the main menu, select another one. This is Game Boy. I was playing Pokemon before, so let's back out of here and go back to the game menu. I'll close that out. Alright, so we're back in the list of games. This is just the Pokemon section. Game Boy has like 1,300 games, every game from the US market and the Japanese market, but there's just so many games, it's like ridiculous. Sorry, I was trying to get back to a recent game menu, but like I said, if you had a Game Boy, and most of the time the Game Boy was packaged with like Super Mario Brothers or something like that. But again, like we're scrolling through this and we're just now hitting the D's. So it's extremely, like, the thing is, once you pick the games that you want, you just go to your recent section and you don't have to do all of this scrolling unless you're selecting a new game. I'm trying to get to the S's for Super Mario World. But it's just a ton of games. If you don't want to see your kids again, you just want to keep them busy, this will do it. You'd be like, did you play all your games? No. Get your ass back in the bedroom and keep playing. I think I passed it. There we go. Yeah, we remember that monochrome screen. Kill myself. Come on, really? Everything's playable, but you know, you're just so out of practice. Just to get the hell on. Oh. Alright, so that pretty much shows all the emulators that are on here. I'm going to probably load one more like Game Boy Advance or something like that. And that will fill up the stick entirely. You'll still be able to, you know, play other stuff. You'll still be able to watch Netflix and use the Fire TV stick for other things. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I've just got to polish it a little bit more and finalize a few things and make sure it's like ready to go without any configuration or, you know, no hiccups. Make sure. But the thing is like I would probably buy a bunch of controllers to where I know what the configuration is. Otherwise, if you buy one, I might have to sit down and remap everything to where it plays appropriately. So I'm gonna find a cheap controller that I like, and then just save that configuration once I map it out, and then all of the emulators will work fine. You'll be able to get in and out of them real easy and everything. And like I said, this really doesn't void anything on a Fire TV stick. Also, I'm looking into, I have a friend that we're looking into like Android boxes. You know, they're about the size of like 2 deck of cards. So we're going to look at Android boxes where we can still have the gaming side of it, but also he has Kodi and Xbox Media Center where you can almost basically replace cable. So if we get that duo going, then it will be like an awesome entertainment box. You have like all the retro consoles, plus you can basically watch free TV as long as you have internet. You can watch all your recent shows, old movies, new movies, even movies in theaters and everything like that. TV shows, full seasons of TV shows, not just like the current season like on Netflix or whatever. You'll be able to watch all the stuff and everything. So what I'm doing is specifically for the Fire TV stick. If you have a stick and you want it modified, give me about another week or two. I'm going to just polish everything out and get it up and going 100% to where I feel comfortable and giving it out. If you're interested, just send me a message. If you're interested in like the all-in-one box, the Android boxes with Kodi and the games and everything, then just give us a few more weeks and we'll try to get that sorted out. We're still trying to test a few things and everything. Other than that, thanks for watching.